Hi, Craig for Get Out There Gear Reviews. This is the Timex Ironman GPS Run Trainer 2.0 with GPS technology and a heart rate monitor. It will track your pace, speed, distance, elevation, and heart rate while you run or walk. For many years, I've used a Garmin watch to track my workouts, so I was intrigued to see what Timex had to offer as an alternative. I'll walk you through the key features and give you my verdict on how this watch performed through dozens of workouts. First of all, this watch is just loaded with features and will do just about anything you need it to do for a workout or a race. It has an intuitive 4-button navigation system, plus a button dedicated to the Indigo feature that is part of any digital Timex watch I've ever had. With one touch of a button, you are at the application screen where you can easily navigate through all of the available features. First off, there is the basic watch functions of time, date, and day of the week. I like this display with the large digits on a very generously sized screen. It is a fairly large watch, but aesthetically it's well designed, it's light, and it's really not all that bulky. I like the way it wears, so on these dimensions it performs very well. Next is the chrono application, which is the stopwatch. This is where you can view all kinds of customizable real-time workout data, including current lap and average data for your time, pace, speed, distance, heart rate, elevation, or even cadence, with an optional foot pod that I did not test. There are 3 chrono display screens available, and you can customize each one with 2 or 3 lines of data. During your workout, you can toggle through the 3 screens. The data is easy to read, particularly when you only have 2 items. The only thing I don't like is the delay where the watch tells you which metric is going to be displayed. Based on all this, the chrono function is very good, and it could just use a small tweak on how you toggle between screens. You would use the interval application to do structured workouts like mile repeats or time-based tempo intervals, to give you a couple of examples. In the settings application, you can customize combinations of time and or distance with the desired number of intervals to program exactly the kind of workout you want. Vibrating and or audible alerts are available to signal the transition between intervals. Under the Review application, you can quickly see the date and duration and time of the workouts you have saved. You can also review the lap detail of any workout and toggle through the laps and several key pieces of data. You also have the option to upload your data to the free Training Peaks website, where you can review maps and track your progress over time. I found the process to upload my data had too many steps, which was frustrating, and I didn't find the Training Peaks website very intuitive to use. The Garmin Connect website for their watches is far superior. For that reason, I was really disappointed in this feature and would really like to see a better online tool for your running log. This is the heart rate monitor. It is very lightweight, works very well, and it's comparable to others I've used. Very quickly, here are some other key features worth mentioning. On the good side, you can set your data to appear in metric or English units. There are hands-free options like auto splits on distance or time, or auto start-stop based on a customizable speed. You'll get several weeks of battery life in time mode. This watch is water resistant to 50 meters, and I like this little feature. You can even program eat or drink time reminders with audible, vibrating, and visual alerts. On the other side of the ledger, there are some features that could use some improvement. The GPS doesn't shut off automatically, so if you leave it on in chrono or interval mode, it drains the battery within the day. GPS acquisition time, the process of connecting to satellites in order to provide GPS data, regularly took longer than my Garmin watch. This was a little frustrating. You also have to charge the watch on your computer since it only has a USB connector. In summary, Timex has produced a very functional watch that looks good and wears well too. It is very powerful, highly customizable, and has all the features you could want. My biggest beef is the need for a better online tool to store your data. If this were fixed, I could live with all the other nitpicks I mentioned and would say that this watch works as the whole package for a high-end GPS running watch. I'm Craig for Get Out There Gear Reviews. I hope to see you out there sometime soon.